Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Yes, so today is the calm after the storm. Today is the day that I wake up having submitted my book, Your Platform Power: How to Build a Profitable Paid, How to Build a Profitable Speaker Brand in a Polarized World. I know, I can hardly get the words out because I actually submitted my draft at 1:21 this morning. So it was a bit of a late one, and I have to admit I was doing a lot of procrastinating yesterday. Everything but writing that book, from doing an unboxing on Instagram, because I've been waiting for this cream that I bought like ages ago, and it finally came. But it came in such a beautiful box. It's from a company called Afro Hair Candy. If anyone knows their products, they are ethical, vegan, plant based. It's run by an amazing black woman. She's also had products from somewhere in Africa. I can't remember which country it is exactly, but it's a really amazing brand products, and I wanted to try them, so I thought I'd buy this body night cream. So I'm going to give it a go. I have to say, when I unboxed it, the smell, it wasn't something that I was like, ooh, I really like that smell, but it's not about the smell. As they say in baking, cooking, and anything that's about you know taste and texture. It's not necessarily about how it looks or how it smells, because sometimes you can get the greatest surprise in something that doesn't look or smell great but can taste amazing. So I'm sure, nonetheless, that that product's going to be amazing, and I'm going to be reporting on how glowing my skin is. Anyway, that's not what I'm on here for. You see, again, getting distracted. So the draft went to my editor yesterday, as I said, but this morning I woke up thinking there's something missing. I was like, there's something missing. And to my mind, what was missing? And it's a funny thing, because this happened in the first book as well. Because in the first book, Be Your Number One Cheerleader, it's a motivational self-help book all about the entrepreneurial journey and building growth mindset and building your confidence, and learning how to really back yourself, believe in yourself. And that self-love is the way to confidence. And essentially, by being open to receive, being solutions focused, and taking those actions and crucially asking for help, you're able to become your number one cheerleader. And in that book, I didn't anticipate I was going to write about mental health and burnout, but actually it fitted quite well. And something that I added in, which I think was a useful and really powerful addition to that book. Again, in this next book, I felt that not a chapter this time, but more of a section on mental health was needed, because when we're talking about leadership, visible leadership in the social impact or social justice space, there are some things that we do need to be aware of, especially when we're posting on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn has officially written rules and unwritten rules, and these rules govern how the algorithm works, how your content is served to your networking community, and also what gets seen and what gets hidden, right? So I did write a small section about, depending on what it is that you are advocating for, LinkedIn may or may not be the right platform for you. So just a few notes about that. Also, the fact that as visible leaders, we need to take mental health seriously, and we take some time to rest and unplug. So one of the things that people have asked me before in the past is around, well, if I stop, if I go on holiday or take a break, I'm going to lose like steam with the algorithm, all that stuff. And here's the thing: you're a human being and not a robot. So yes, you're going to lose a bit of steam, but it's not the end of the world, because actually, if you have effective content already out there and you're already a consistent regular poster, the content that you already have will be working for you when you're not actually there. So actually, there's no fear when you're not there. You unplug, you have that rest, you pour into yourself, you have that vacation, that holiday, you take time with your family, you present, and you do what you need to do, and then you come back. The only thing to bear in mind is, obviously, if you have to take a long leave of absence from the platform, then you'll need to take additional steps to come back. But essentially, if it's anywhere between 5 and 10 days, it's pretty much okay. As I said, as long as you have been a regular and consistent poster, and that is for you to kind of assess. For me, that is the case. I started being a 5-day-a-week poster on LinkedIn, and now I've actually gone to 7 days, just because I really now enjoy writing content. I've done a lot of work to understand more about how to make content effectively. I don't actually really batch make my content, but because it's easier for me, I don't mind doing it every day or like the day before, right? A day before kind of system. And I might actually do some batching. I haven't really done any because I do like to sort of like tweak and twiddle at the end, but generally I post the stuff that I have written the night before, and then sometimes I think, oh, do I want to just do a little tweak there? So that is cool. But essentially, when we are thinking about being visible leader on LinkedIn and how can we become a paid and profitable speaker brand, it is about consistency of the right kinds of materials. And I talk about that in the book. Obviously we've got to show our evidence, our clips and our photos, etc. And it is like everyone's opportunity to use their voice to make an impact and make a change in the world. And it's not about being an influencer or having a large audience. It's about you using your voice and letting everyone in your network know what you're doing and how you're impacting, because actually you never know who's watching. And it's so funny because I always find at the end of the year when I'm writing up and closing down, having my break, that I hear from people from all around the world who get in touch and who've just been silently watching me and say, oh, they've taken some tip and they've learned X, Y, and Z from me, and it's so nice, and it's so wonderful to see that the free content that I provide that is helpful in guiding people in getting themselves started, in the mindset, in some of the actions to take. Also, just to say on that point, I'm going to wrap up this YouTube live, is that I do a weekly show on LinkedIn called the LinkedIn Cheerleader Success Lab. And it's typically on a Wednesday between 12 and 12:30 UK time. And I've got 30 plus episodes already, so you can go and watch on replay, and also come live, because I do have a Q&A section. Anyone who wants to ask questions, I will answer any and every question that I have within the time available on that day during that live session. So if you're interested, Wednesdays at 12 p.m. BST, we're in summertime. So yeah, that is it for now. Just to say that I'm excited about this book coming out because I really am passionate about helping diverse speakers get paid to speak, and the mission and the goal of the Get Paid to Speak movement is to have 1 million speakers get paid to speak by 2030. And I'm also going to be producing a mic drop report, which is about the state of the nation on diverse speakers in the UK, starting with the UK, and then my ambitious goal, once I get going, and, in you see this, in subsequent years, I will hope to, work internationally, so have surveys going out in America, in Europe, in Africa. Yeah, I want it to go global, but right now I've got to start with where I am, and that's the UK. So just to conclude, the book has gone to my editor. The book draft has gone to my editor. When the book launches, it'll be a book launch for the book, obviously, but also for that mic drop report, which will be really amazing. And I'm looking forward to having a panel as well, which again I'm going to be working on now that the book has gone to my editor. So we can have a lovely discussion about diverse speaking in the UK, and have a nice celebration. But essentially, we want to be discussing the issues with a solutions focused mindset, diving into the book, and also diving into that report and really showing where the gaps are. And we're also, there's some good practice. So that's it for now. Please do feel free to connect with me or follow me on YouTube, or join me over on LinkedIn, where, as I said, I'm a 7-day-a-week poster. So every day you will find you'll hear from me. So I hope it's helpful. Take care, be well, and until next time.